Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to share some organizational cleaning up stuff that I was doing around the house this week. There were two areas in particular I wanted to tackle: our pantry, which we're sharing with my grandma, and my craft cabinet, which the kids had gotten into, and their toys are there too, and it was a whole thing. So starting in the kitchen, the pantry was functioning, but it was messy and it could function better. When we moved in the fall, my grandma kind of shoved her stuff to one side so that I would have some space. I set up a system, it didn't really last, and things started to pile up, and there's a bunch of stuff in the back I couldn't access. So the functionality of the depth of the pantry wasn't really working for us. So I do hope to come back in and do a little more of a rework. But for now, I kind of took all my stuff out, cleaned it out. There were little dust bunnies on the floor, so that was satisfying to vacuum up. I took all of our soda cans and things and put them in these acrylic containers from Target. I had a few cookie sheets that I avoided using that I figured I need to just get rid of to make space for the ones that I do use. I played around a little bit with how I was going to organize. I ended up settling on this, but I moved some things around so we can access all of the cereals better. I shared some of the space my grandma gave me back to her so she could have her stuff more organized and not just shoved together. And I think what I love most is now you can see everything that we have. I stacked up some cans up at the top so I can see what kind of beans I have. I know that I have pasta sauce. That was the main goal, I think, for me, is going to the store. I needed to easily know what I had, so I knew what I needed to go buy, and I wasn't able to do that. We've got the baking stuff all organized and clean, utilizing those Lazy Susans to help me organize in trickier spots, and I hope that was fun to watch. Before and after. I also took this cabinet and realized I didn't need all of that space for kids' dishes, so I took the bottom section and I put our chips and bigger things that were just bulky and getting in the way in the pantry. And then the next project I wanted to tackle, again, was that craft corner. So I had this cabinet that I used to store party supplies and craft stuff, paint, and again, issue with my toddler getting into everything. So there was stuff all over the floor mixed in with their toys. So I just got down on my knees and got into it and eventually started sorting things into different piles, got them contained in little bins, and organized it all back into the cabinet. And then again, to save myself the headache of redoing this every few days, I use these little child-safe buckles that have the little sticky back. You just attach them. Those are even easier to open than the ones I used on the desk, actually. So I like those a lot. I made sure to get white ones so they kind of blend in a little bit with the cabinet. And now it's clean and organized. I can see what we have, and the kiddos can't access it unless I want them to. So that felt good. I'm starting to get some systems into place. I think I'm struggling so much because my daughter, our oldest child, was very obedient. She was very cautious. She did make messes occasionally, but there were like safe zones where we stayed. Now we're kind of crammed into a smaller space, and we have more toys and more things, and so it's challenging. So my office craft spaces are now overlapping with kids' spaces, and so now I'm having the issue of my toddler, who is fearless and gets into everything. So I'm learning that I need to use some child safety things and put some systems into place that I didn't necessarily need with my daughter being that age. I think I need to start doing that in the bathroom now, and we'll get there, but I hope this inspires you and that you can maybe relate that I think all of us procrastinate things that we know we need to get done. So don't forget to subscribe. You can always undo it if you change your mind. I hope you don't, though. I don't think you will. I'm pretty confident that you're gonna feel like the content you're seeing, that you'll like what's to come. So thank you again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and it was, why do I keep